they took me into customs like I was trying to smuggle some shit into the country or something. I know I was up in the sky. So tight that you get our styles tangled. Just ordered myself a cucumber and watermelon mojito. Self-care, self-love game, full effect.
On another level, your silly sparks like Foreman, raised in the ghetto, roots nestled in down obstacles. Never septimate my intelligence in order to stack them. I need to open up my heart again and get to manifesting love because it's been a minute, yo, since I've been held in some arms. These brothers show I'm the lucky charm. Yo, so it's my turn, and I don't learn from the past soul that is asper. Well, and I don't care cause my heart's a treasure trove that you just don't deserve.
What a day I have had. The day has been absolutely amazing. The business meeting was exceptional. Exceptional. I pitched like an absolute pro. They love my business ideas and I'm totally gassed, but I'm not sharing any of the details of that just yet. So y'all are gonna have to wait until I'm ready to make an official announcement of what I have been up to. Food was gorgeous. Love the Red House really short. It's one of my favourite restaurants. So yes, Diamonds, as I mentioned, as promised, here is the Q&A. I don't know what the hell I thought I was thinking, asking you guys, forgetting that you guys wanted tea, or no sick tea, or no sick tea. So yeah, we're gonna get into the Q&A shortly. Just get myself in order, okay? So, I forgot how in me y'all are, like, y'all think my name's Tepplee? What? You think my name's Twinings? What? You think my name's Earl Grey? To how you lot want tea? Yo! I'm gonna try and answer all of these questions. We'll see how it goes. Let's start here. You consistently level up and reinvent yourself. What tips can you give me? I'm feeling stuck, stagnant, and scared. Such a good question. So let's just start off with a bang, shall we? I believe, in my honest opinion, that reinventing yourself works best when you aren't deviating too much from your core. Or should I say, reinvention, in my honest opinion, isn't always totally out of the blue. It's not totally out of the blue. It might be totally out of the blue to the viewers or the people who are just seeing it. But for the person themselves, this has always been a part of them. This, whatever it is, has always been a part of them. It's always been a passion of theirs. It's always been inside of them. Now, whether they've chosen to share it with the world or not is irrelevant. So, go forward. So for me, using myself as an example, I am an MC and I'm a mentor. Coaching isn't too far removed from mentoring. Mentoring isn't too far removed from my writing, from my MCing. And my MCing, all of it comes down to my writing. And through my writing, I heal and I teach and I empower. I've been mentoring young people for absolute years, whether people know about it or not, whether I've been paid for it or not, whether I do it on my own terms or on other people's terms. I have always been a mentor. Through my music, I mentor. People always tell me that I inspire them through my music. Oh, listening to your song XYZ helped me get through XYZ. So I help them to heal. So me being a mentor and a coach and a self-love and a self-care and a wellness advocate isn't too far removed from my truth. I think people struggle with this when they have they possibly find their why in life later. Like later in life, they discover, oh, this is me. This is what makes me tick. I think people who are in that category of life may struggle a bit more with reinvention. However, it is you. Now, people hold you to this standard or this image that they have created for you in their mind, and that's on them. You don't have to stay in that picture for them to feel okay and for them to feel comfortable. You've just got to know that what you're doing is what you want to do. It's something that you're passionate about. It's something that try new things. You don't necessarily have to be as adventurous as me as, flying across the world and living in another country for 6 months. And scaling mountains when I'm terrified of heights in glass boxes. You don't have to do anything so extreme. You can literally just wake up in the morning, get yourself dressed and say, you know what, today I'm taking myself to the pictures for lunch, for a meal, shopping, a massage, to the gym, whatever it is. And you start that way. Start small and build it up. Start small and build it up. Also, you need to figure out what it is that makes you tick. What are your passions? Are you an empty nester now? Have your kids left home and you're now rediscovering yourself? Try new things and you surely won't have a problem. I hope I'm making sense because I do know that I have a tendency to waffle. So what tips can I give you? Let me just bring it back home. So remain true to your core. For example, I've always been an MC. People have always known me as an MC. They've always known me as a creative. Much later on down the line, I start showcasing the fact that actually I can edit. Actually, my copywriting is fantastic. These are all things that I can then turn around and make a side hustle out of. So I'm not therefore relying solely on music to get me through life. You dig? I hope that has answered your question. For now, do not be scared. Try new things. Try doing things by yourself. Things that take you out of your comfort zone. So try that. If you're always out with a group of friends, go out by yourself. If there's somebody that you like and you've never ever shot your shot, shoot your shot. All you can say is no. All she can say is no. So yes, moving on. Sick. All I want to do is make music, but my family keep telling me to get a real job. Oh my God, don't trigger me.
Do not trigger me. Don't trigger me. Trigger warning. I'm trigger happy. Don't let me draft the booking right now. Because
when I'm saying this one touched me, look, it all boils down to this. God didn't give your family the vision. God didn't give your family the talent. God didn't give you your family the opportunity. So because they're telling you to get a real job that suits them, you're gonna forsake your talent, your skill set, your passions, what you're damn good at, the opportunities you're gonna forsake all them for family. Really? I know that I know this one firsthand because when I was starting out in music and stuff, no, I had to believe in my damn self. I had to create opportunities for myself. I had to get out there. Sometimes that meant walking to gigs, not having any water to drink, getting there, shutting it the down, leaving and knowing that the legacy I've left behind is going to go before me, and that is what you need to do. I am not going to disrespect anybody's family, and people from different walks of life and different stages of life have a different outlook on things that we could do to earn money in the 21st century or whatever century it is that we're in right now. Yeah, they have a completely alien, completely prehistoric way of looking at earning potential and how one can use one's skills to elevate oneself. If God has spoken to you and you know within your heart, because sometimes the thing about being an entrepreneur or a creative or a musician is you go off that gut feeling. Like the day when I met Wu-Tang for the very first time, I'm sat in the balcony seats. Yeah, and when the concert ended, I had a split second. My mind says, get up and go down there. And that's exactly what I did. And I haven't looked back since. Same with music. When I wanted to make music, it was Yellow Pages days. We didn't have You couldn't Google. I had to get the yellow pages and the phone book, go through it, go to M or for music studios, or whether it was S, can't remember what it was right now, but go to the alphabetical letter and look for a studio, phone the studio, book my appointment, go there, suss it out, and see if that's where I wanted to record from. I had to put my freaking self out there. You can't let anybody else's opinions or impressions or expectations stop you. You're talented, your passion, your talent, your passion, your skill set, you go for it. Don't listen and don't stop, okay? That's a trigger question for me. That I should have said trigger warning on the screen. Yeah, because like there'll be family members who's never brought a single. Never brought a 99p each single off of iTunes. But want to tell you something? Want to tell you what? No. Hi, Sick. I've been following you since I was 15. You really inspired me to go after my goals. One thing I never forget you said was, it all comes down to belief, self-belief and confidence in that. How do you keep believing when things don't seem to be moving fast enough? Moving fast or enough? Wow. This has got to be something that every creative, every entrepreneur, every musician struggles with at some point or another. Remember when I said previously, celebrate tiny wins? I know I don't know if I've said it in this actual episode, but I've done a whole episode entitled Celebrate Tiny Wins. Celebrating your small wins, celebrating those tiny steps that you take along the journey to get you to your final destination is very important, because those are the things that keep you moving, keep you going, keep you focused and stop you from giving up when times seem to be a bit tough. So you have to celebrate the tiny wins, the tiny steps, the small victories, the small yeses, the tiniest minute yeses, the tiniest inklings of things are changing. You yourself personally have to celebrate those things. Also, set goals for yourself. Set goals. Don't just set them in your head, write them down. When you've achieved the goal, tick it off, mark it off. Give yourself a treat for achieving that goal, whatever that goal is. Give yourself a small treat, whether it's, you know what, I'm having a bowl of ice cream today, or you know what, I'm going to allow myself to have 2 glasses. Whatever it is, treat yourself for that, because that's setting up response and reward. You know what I mean? So you've done something, and your response to yourself for achieving a goal that you set for yourself is, okay, I'm going to do this for myself. And it just sets up this wonderful habit, this wonderful space where you just are grateful, appreciative and progressing. Also, what I would say to you is, don't measure your success. I mean, be inspired by another's success, be inspired by another's growth, but don't measure your own off of that, because you don't know what it took for them to get to where they're at. You don't know what sacrifices they had to make, what they had to go through, what they had to do to get to the stage that they're at. And also, Miss A's route ain't the same route that I'm going to take. Like, everybody's route is individual. So even if we seem like we're heading along the same path, somewhere along the line, there's going to be a fall, the path's going to deviate, and we're all going to be individually on our own paths, even if the paths join again at the final destination, and that's where we all come together. At some point, you have to walk it alone. You can never be scared. You should never be scared to. You did?
Child, the wig is pissing me off. The wig is certainly pissing me off. Okay, where do you want to go from here? Sick, I've been seeing this guy for about 7 years. Can I just say, Diamonds, also, I'm really, really touched, that you actually care about my opinion. What would Sic'Chatz do? I'm actually touched that you trust me. Trust that I would give as wise advice as I would advise you as I would any of my own family or loved ones. So this one says, Sick, I've been seeing this guy for about 7 years. And can I just say, this is another one that triggered me.
Sick, I've been seeing this guy for about 7 years. I don't know if he's my man yet. I've been seeing this guy for about 7 years, but I don't know if he's my man yet. He just calls me after the club. We don't go out on dates. I tried to get him to come away with me, but he's always got some excuse. I'm 25 now and there's someone else who's really serious about me. What would you do? Now, I know that this guy ain't 25. He's not in your age category. I know this already. I can already tell from some of the one-on-one conversations that we've had, because Diamond, you know, I have close connections with you guys. Like, you know, I'm approachable and we talk, you know. So I know this guy, and you haven't told me his age, but I'm assuming that this guy is in his late 30s. He's got to be in his late 30s. There's no way you're dating a guy who's your age for 7 years, so you are the same age. He's older than you, which means he's been manipulating you. Listen to me, you are too beautiful, too fly, too intelligent to be settling for this nonsense. No way. And let's park Mr. Really Serious right now. Let's just park him to the right? What you need to do is bin Mr. Wrong now. Bid him, then go off, take 6 months, a year, 3 months, however long it takes, find yourself, ask yourself, heal, ask yourself questions, ask yourself what is it, like get to grips with what it is that made you feel all right, or to accept that made you, because from the conversations that we've had, you are intensely intelligent. You're insanely intelligent. You're extremely beautiful. There is absolutely no reason. That's why this one got my spidey senses going. And no. Beat him off. Mr. Serious, Mr. Really Serious, he will understand. Mr. Really Serious will understand just how he's been understanding all this way through. Mr. Really Serious will understand. And once you've healed and you've found yourself and you know who you are, if you are Mr. Serious are meant to be, then you guys will get it together. God is not what is for you, will not go by you, but you owe it to both you. You owe it to yourself first and foremost, and also Mr. Really Serious or the husband. You know, not saying that's Mr. Really Serious, but I'm just saying that you owe it to your person who you're going to eventually end up with to be a completely whole person and to not be carrying any isms and schisms from earlier narcissists or past mistakes or past vulnerability, past decisions you made when you were feeling vulnerable, when you were at your most vulnerable. So don't beat yourself up about it. As women, we all go through this, men go through it too. But just know, you already know. That's why you've asked me this question. Like, bin him now. And if you need me to do it for you, if you want me to let you know what to say, I can send you a message verbatim. You can tell him that verbatim, copy and paste, my friend. Because no, Okay, then, so in the interest of fairness, because obviously I've got, sometimes I think I've got more, let's not go there. But I have diamonds of both sexes, of all sexes. So let's go to there was a male equivalent. Not gonna lie, when I saw your message, when I saw your question, I was like,
do not piss me off right now.
I'm going to tell you about yourself because you know you trust me and you know I'm going to tell you the truth. This is ridiculous. Let me just paraphrase it with that. So, Diamond says, male Diamond says, see, this chick came on to me, arranged for us to hook up. She booked a nice restaurant and 5-star hotel, paid for it all. We have filthy papas. I don't know if that was supposed to say. We had filthy papas, and I ain't heard from her since. I tried texting her a few times. She replied, but ain't made no moves to hook up again. What should I do? Bro, slap yourself. That's what the F you should do. So that means you get an E for lack. You get an LE. Lack of effort. What do you mean? So what you've done is, so she shot the shot. She's put everything in place. She treated you like a king, and you're sitting down there waiting for her to hook you up again. What is your problem? What? Bro, serious right now. You cannot be serious. You cannot be serious. Why are you even asking me? So you've made no effort since, but you're expecting her to. I would not be contacting you again either. Like, the ball is fully in your court. She shot it. She scored. What the fuck are you doing? Ridiculous. 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 So what, you been texting her? What? That's about the extent of the effort you're making. You're abbreviating everything. So what, just because she gave you the goodies, right? What? All of a sudden you forgot how to be a man? You forgot chivalry? Sound like so little. Next question. Let's see. Where have you been and what are you up to? See, I know when you're off social media, you're making moves. My diamonds, you know me so well. Yes, as I mentioned, earlier on in the vlog, actually, if you didn't see the first one where I gave you a little live update, I'm going to drop the link in and you'll find it, and I'll also put it in the description box. So do check that out. I gave a live update of everything that I've been up to. Well, not even everything, because time ran away with me, and basically I said all that to say, in that video, I was getting ready for the business meeting, which I spoke about earlier on in this video. So I'm going to tie that in with the other question that said, is music still your biggest passion? Is music still your biggest passion? And are you actively pursuing your music career? So go back and watch that vlog, and then you'll find out what I've been up to a point. When it comes to music, is it still my biggest passion? Yes, hell yes. Everything I do is kind of like springboarding off of my passion for music, and my passion for music is fueled by my writing, as I mentioned earlier. So my writing, I heal, I empower, I inspire, all of that. I don't want to say too much, because you know what? Even though the majority of you are my diamonds, we chat, and I know that you've got full 100 love for me and support me, there are a few MFers that don't need to know anything until it pops off. So yeah, everything I do springboards off of music. Anything that I'm going to get into springs off of music and my writing. So that's all I'm going to say about that for the moment. Am I still actively pursuing music? Hell yes. However, I'm making music. I've always made music on my own terms. It is impossible for me to dumb down. I cannot, will not, and refuse to ever conform to industry norms. So getting my business affairs in order to continue to do what I want to do and how I want to do it is always the prime objective. And whilst I am collaborating with, or whoever I do collaborate with in any capacity, they all, whether they meet me as Naomi first or they meet me as Sic'Nis, they know what time it is and they accept me and everything that I bring, all my eccentricities, all my boundless energy and my 50 million ideas a second self. They appreciate, accept, and with all of that. So yes, long-winded way of saying, yes, I'm still actively pursuing my music. Yes, I'm still making music. That was the other question. How is the EP coming along? You guys, don't miss a trick. So the EP, all the writing's done for the EP. I've selected all the beats. I've started to record. And this project, I haven't made the beats. I haven't produced the beats, but I am producing the EP and mixing it. I'm probably going to push it out for mastering. I would love for Fourth Disciple to master the project when it's finished. That's as much as I will tell you right now. Salute to Jamal Nuevi and also Majesty. For all separate reasons, it might not all be intertwined. But yes, mentioned in the last video also that we have actually done a performance. Look, I need to say this because it's like, I get that I'm the strong friend and I get that I probably don't, you guys find out after the fact
if I've ever gone through something, you know, it's very rare that you find out in real time, oh, she's grieving the loss of XYZ, or do you know what I mean? But I've got to say this, Major's death and everything that happened subsequently to that and the other bereavements that I had within that time period all hit me hard. And in Major's case, that's so many different grievings in one. It's a friendship, my friend, it's my producer, it's all the memories, it's the music that I made at the studio. Like the majority of my catalogue that I've released publicly is Major's production. So it's been very hard. It's been hard. It's been hard to It's been hard. Just even listening to the music we made, much less. I'm not crying. Much less perform it, you know, and I'm an elder. I'm from a different generation. So like the younger generation, everything's done in real time. Everything's public. They grieve publicly. They show their emotions publicly. But that's not the generation I am from. And I'm a very private person. So, and a bit of a control freak for myself. So I have been turning down performances left, right and centre because I wasn't prepared to be that vulnerable and that raw. I mean, you know, God bless and salute everybody else anybody who can, you know, go and make a tune the very next day, you know, but that's not me. That's not my grieving process. And I'm not gonna be guilt tripped or guilt myself into that. I have very much been taking the process slowly of grieving Major, of grieving my aunt, of grieving my granddad, of grieving my, you know, so it's just been a lot. So, hence all the traveling. And also, remember, I was studying at the time. So that's already a major head. So on top of more major head. So, yeah, when you see me traveling and gallivanting and just, you know, making reels or whatever, you know, that's just me getting back to myself. Okay, so I said all that to say that now I am, one day it just came back to me, and in fact, one day, I mean, I don't know how long it's going to be before I feel ready to perform any of those songs. Not saying I won't ever perform them again, I will. But my brain then just kicked into gear and just, you know, to get me out of depression or to get me out of, you know, get me back to me, my brain is just like, okay then, new material, take control. So that's what I'm doing. So my new EP is going to be all, you know, obviously I've always produced myself in the sense of vocal arrangement, writing, if I'm having featured, concepts, all of that kind of stuff. I've always produced myself. All my concepts, like all my projects they're all concept EPs, People Through My Window, 16, the 2K16, the 16 Sick Tape, the prequel, flipping, I'm missing one for Rich and for Poor. They've all been kind of like concept or at least themed projects. So this one's going to be no different. I'm not giving away anything about the project, but just know that this is my rawest, So yeah, my last EP, People Through My Window, which I released in 2019,
haven't done any videos or anything like that. Obviously, I released it because COVID was happening and I was going to uni, and then my intention was to get videos shot. But to be honest with you, with the bereavements that happened, etc., I literally, it was all I could do to get through uni. To be quite honest, it was all I could do to get through uni, and even that was like a depressive little cesspit. Because, gosh, I'm so facetious at times, but you do have to make, you do have to kind of like try and find the humour in situation. Well, I do anyway, to kind of get through. However, .com said all that to say, you know, it was a bit of a depressive cesspit, because it's not like we were on university campus with, you know, like getting the full university experience. It was like, literally, are you in your bed or in your living room? Like, which one is it going to be? So yeah, that is that. So yes, so that was like 5 questions rolled into one. So yes, I'm still actively pursuing music. Yes, I am. My EP is doing amazing. It's coming. You guys are gonna absolutely love it. I needed to be on the mailing list because I need to be just communicating with y'all directly, like boom, bam. This is how we do. So the email is on screen now. It's iws@sicnis.co.uk. iws@sicnis.co.uk. Try to the mailing list. I want you to be involved in this process, and there are certain checkpoints I want to share exclusively with my most tried and tested diamonds. So if you're not on the mailing list, do sign up. If you signed up already, please make sure you have added iws@sicnis.co.uk to your address book, because people have said, oh, Sic'Nis, we haven't got the email. Have you checked spam? Oh, sorry, Sic'Nis. Yeah, so do that. So that's that. No, I did go off on a bit of a tangent there. Next question. Okay, so that was what's next for the Queen. How's the EP coming along? And are you still actively pursuing music? Possibly what may have been one more in there. But when are you coming to the States? I have work for you. Okay, that actually, can I just say that message also warmed my heart, because the start of my whole depressive cycle, and I'm kind of like being a drama queen, but I'm also not being a drama queen. I'm exaggerating, but you know, we all have our ups and downs. The start of my me getting into my head was when COVID happened, because I was literally just about to do my first ever gig in America on my birthday, a 420 festival. But to be fair, it kind of happened. Do you know what? God works in mysterious ways, because people show their true colours along the way, innit? So I'm literally glad that everything that's about to pop off is popping off now and not before. Because before, there would have been people involved that, like, oh my God, sick. What a segue. This one says sick. I think I'm shit at choosing friends. I think I'm shit at choosing friends, because I always show myself and then come to find out. Oh, okay, so what you're saying is you go in with no pretense, you go in flaws and all and show your true authentic self, and then you find out later on down the line that this person was just fronting. Basically, that's what the question is. Babe, it happens to us all. Now, I literally feel like, you know how you vet your boyfriends, or you vet your significant others, your girlfriends or whatever. Why are you not vetting your friends like that, fam? No, because from my own experience, imagine, I know this one so much, and the emotions and the feelings are the same as like going through a breakup with a guy, or with the person who you thought was your person. Yeah, it's because I can't get my back. Like, I can't claim back my set. You get me? Like, after the, I'm just like, yo, you know, Everybody's got that one ex that you wish you could take your sex back from. Please don't look at me like that. Everybody has got everyone's got one ex at the very least, yeah, that they wish they could take their sex back from. I'm not afraid to admit it, you know. And when it comes to friends, it's like you can't get your time back, your attention, and it is, because when they say, show me friends and I'll tell you who you are, if you don't even know who your friends are, vet them, I'm like, listen, we need to start vetting them. We need a checklist and clipboard and be like, aspiring crackhead, slut in the making, undercover slut, sleep with your friends. Yeah, we need a checklist, and they need to be checking that we need proof and evidence, kind of like a DBS check. That's how the last friendship had me feeling. I was just like, I'm absolutely done with you. Like, I can't even believe. I was so hurt that this person, and you know when you're champion, because I'm a champion for my bench class. I've been bigging people up and down. You don't even know who these motherfuckers are sometimes. So, yeah. You're not shit. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just learn the lesson and be more vigilant. When I was younger, I feel like I was a lot more naive because I was always expecting me from people. Like, I'm open and honest to a fault. Like, if I'm going through shit, you won't even see me on social media. I ain't fake in the front. I ain't gonna come up here and post positive posts if I ain't feeling positive. But also, what I'm not gonna do is I'm very careful about transferring energy. Like, I'm not about to transfer negative energy. That's not what I try my hardest not to do that. So yeah, if you know that, when you know that all you do is give positive energy, ideas, uplift, inspire, empower, flipping, go to war for, them things hurt, but it's all a lesson, baby. It's all a lesson, diamonds. It's all a lesson, babes. So learn the lesson and keep it pushing. You get me? And forgive who you want to forgive. Just remember that, forgive, but forgive for yourself. Like, you're forgiving for yourself. You're not forgiving for them. I can forgive you and never, ever speak to you again. In fact, I don't even remember your name. Who? No, I'm not sure I know that person, you know. These motherfuckers come in like Cindy Bill. If you're not from the UK, then you won't know what that is. But yeah, these MFers come in like Cindy Bill. Oh, is it Rose? Okay. Let me see. Are you single, dated, or are you single, dating? Or just what I mean about you guys thinking I'm blood clot twinings. Are you single, dating, or is it complicated? And what are you looking for in a man?
This dude gonna ask me what I look for in a guy. Away. I look away. I'm trying to heal and get a deal. I ain't got time for nobody mustard ass son.
I look away. I am single. Am I dating? I'm open to dating. Yes, in fact, I'm not dating anybody exclusively. I've been on a few dates, and dating for me is not, there's no sexual activity involved in that for dating. But yes, I'm single. I'm not claiming anybody and nobody's claiming me. Nobody can claim me because I am dating with intention. I'm dating with intention. So if your intention isn't to build something long lasting, then already we are not on the same page. You know, like, I'm already switched off. So also, it's hard for me to date because I don't go out anywhere. I don't really go out much. So that's about to change because my friends are like, they're not having it anymore. Like, they're not having it any longer. They're like, okay, then we're switching on our radars for you then because... And that just boils down to, one, very, very young, I was in a very, very, very abusive relationship. So that made me not trust as much. And then two, the relationship that was on the flip side of that spoiled me. You know what I mean? In a good way. I mean that there's certain things that there's a certain standard that I'm not going to go below on. For the most part, someone else asked, Do you remain friends with your exes? I don't have many exes, but the only ex I with is Twitter. Only joking. For the most part, I'm not on bad terms with my exes, but also I don't see them. So you know, there's never going to be any ill feeling if you see them. Everyone's grown, everyone's moved on, or whatever. Even if you haven't, it is what it is. I can take accountability in some relationships for my part in the decline, but then I've also dated some f***ers. That's why they never got anywhere. So yeah, it's actually all three. I am single, I am dating, and it is complicated because I'm dating with intention. Dudes don't really know what they want. You need to know what you want. You need to know yourself. Like, I can't be fighting with your demons. Like, I can help you. I can support you. I can have your back. I can love you. I can, you know, but I'm not going to be fighting with your demons. Like, that's not what I'm not going to do. Ever. Never doing that again. So that's that. What am I looking for in a man? I don't have a list. Which is really, really crazy because I'm flipping list crazy just for like organising my life. But in terms of a man, I don't have a list. I just know what I don't want, and the rest I leave open to God, because I just believe that everyone's person is preordained for them, and I know there's a person I know my person's out there. My person is out there waiting patiently as I am. My person's out there praying for me like I am praying for him. So it is what it is. Dating with intention. I'm like in my 40s now. I don't need to. You get me? I don't need to. I'm flipping creative. I love being single. You know, I can do what I want when I want to do it, and I'm not even talking about. I just mean I can get up and go when I want to go. If I want to go away, I can go away. What? I do that more. That I'm convinced that I'm probably going to meet my person travelling. I don't know, unless it's somebody I already know and we've already met, and you know, because who I thought it was going to be, he's not interested in me in the slightest. He acts like he doesn't even know I exist. So, yeah, so that dream's firmly kaput. I'm joking. I believe, the other day, I was literally watching something on the old YouTube. This vlogger that I love, she's always travelling, but she travels with their partner. They do travel vlogs. And I think their relationship is so cute. They are so cute. And I was watching it and I thought, oh, you know what? It's probably what's going to happen to me. I'm probably just going to meet my person travelling or performing. I don't know if he's going to be a musician or if he's going to see me. He's definitely going to be about his business. He's going to be a businessman. Rich as wealthy as love me as and generous as and protective as and God-fearing as but I don't have any slow. Okay. Sick, one thing I love about you, I think this is going to be the last one I'm going to do. So Sick, one thing I'll do another part 2, because child, diamonds, when I say the wig, yeah, is lifting off, and what we're not about to do is be like that on camera, and this band is really, really, really tight, so we're not doing that. So this is going to be the last question. Sick, one thing I love about you is your humility, but I really want you to talk your shit for at least 3 minutes. What? 3 minutes? What's your biggest flexes? Don't be humble with it. My biggest flex is I have a first-class BA honours in music technology and popular music. I also won a prize for the outstanding performance. That blew my mind. Like studying through COVID, like gaining that through COVID when we weren't physically present with our lecturers, being able to get that hands-on, that hands-on help, that hands-on knowledge, that was very, very challenging. And being isolated away from family and friends was a challenge, but I did it, and I killed that shit. Yeah, walking across that, that just, yeah, that's one. My son is my biggest. I've always said this, from the day he was born, that like he is my biggest he's my biggest flex.
Honey, I'm a mother.
Just being blessed by God to even have a child, and then for him to be the blessing that he is and has been since birth is just truly amazing.
No, look, I'm not doing that. You know, I'm a mother. Girl, saying that to everybody, I mean, it's either I'm a mother, I'm a parent, I got kids. Any of them work.
The fact that he was a twin and he's my joy. Other flexes, music, being adopted by the Wu-Tang Clan. My bar game is incredible. I am such a formidable MC. People don't want to give me opportunities. Let me just talk my shit because they know I'm going to body them on their own shit. So it's like, okay, then we don't do... I get it, you know. If that was me, I wouldn't do that. I'm so secure in myself. I'm like... in fact, I want you to come on my track because that's what the guest artist is supposed to do. You're supposed to come and body the shit. You see, music, when I got to university, this is all entwined with my music. So when I got to university and I'm studying that level, I was already at grade 6 or 7 musically. I don't know if you know about the music grades, but... And that's with no musical training. My ear for music is impeccable. Now, whilst I might not always be able to execute the notes when I'm singing, I certainly hear them. I know where they're supposed to be. I know what, you know, like my music ear is amazing. And I'm saying this now because it's not something that I genuinely boast about. It's not something that I brag about. But as Redman says, it's not bragging if you're doing it. And you also asked me to flex. So when I got to university and I was getting the feedback about my musicality and all of that kind of stuff, that of what I just did naturally, my own natural essence, that is overwhelming. I was booked to do the International Tattoo Convention in Bucharest. I did the West Side Music Festival in Sweden. I did the, what's the one in Liverpool? That big Liverpool festival. I did that. I've done every single show in my home city. I've performed at every single venue in my home city, apart from Moseley Jazz Festival. That's the only festival I haven't done. And the newer ones. So I think they've started doing wireless, and they've since started doing wireless and other ones. So all the ones that like have come up in the last 3 to 5 years, maybe you can count them ones, but they're new. But all the long-standing ones and all the ones that everybody knows about, Birmingham Carnival, Handsworth Carnival, Simmer Down, Flipping, every last thing, I've done them all. All the staple iconic venues in Birmingham, I've performed at them, which is success in my eyes. Do you understand? Because when I wanted to perform and you're thinking about, I would love to perform there, I'd love to perform there, I'd love to put everywhere where I thought I'd love to perform at in my city, I performed at. When New Star Radio opened up, I wrote on my list that I am going to present my own show on New Star Radio, and it was going to be a homegrown show, and I would be championing underground and homegrown artists. Fast forward to, I think they were open for about 5 years. I got my first opportunity to co-host a show with Noel Phillips, and then when Noel Phillips went on to work at the BBC, I believe it was, or he moved out of Birmingham, he handed his show over to me, and then I hosted Homegrown with Sic'Nis on New Star Radio. I then did Wu-Tang Radio for 3 years, and this is just purely off people. This is when I got recruited for Wu-Tang Radio. This is not, as far as I know, this is not Ghostface or Deck or anybody like saying, as far as I know, go and get her. This is purely because of my activities on social media, and I came to the attention of the management there. Give a salute to Justice Height for that one. I ended up presenting my own show on Wu-Tang Radio for 3 years, I think it was, Euro Invasion. Justice called it Euro Invasion. My name for it was The Takeover. So I did that, had DJ Tricolome at first, and then I brought my own DJ Mega Stress. May he rest in everlasting peace. And he DJ'd for me for the remainder of my time on Wu-Tang Radio. I produced and directed a show for This was in conjunction with the drum. I think I've gone over 3 minutes and I've not even like begun to scratch the surface. These are flexes musically. I gave you a couple of flexes in my home and personal life. The last one that I was just about to mention was I produced a show called Word Sound Power. It was a festival in Redditch, live festival in Redditch. Chose the bands and yeah, we did something about Nanny of the Maroons, Claire Angel, Dante, me. Shout out John Morley. We did a lot of great stuff together. John Morley used to work for the drum and he was somebody who just got me and got my creativity and was like, no, I see it. So him and Mukhtar Dar, when the drum was the drum, it's now the Legacy Centre and run by Cypher Jawaz of Moorish Data 7. So salute Cypher in that. But when it was the drum and Mukhtar and John, they just saw something in me and then they would just literally give me a fee and just let me put my own shows on. And I wish I'd been a bit more selfish when I was doing that. This has got nothing to do with Adante. Me and Adante are sisters in music, sisters in Christ, sisters in God, sisters from Mama Earth. Yeah, this is more about I wanted to give everybody a shot, and really what I should have done was solidified my base first, because all that happened is I just gave away ideas and then, you know, life just been whatever. No regrets. I'm just happy that I learned what I learned when I learned it, and those lessons that I learned have set me in good stead for where I am today. So yeah, that was it, diamonds. So yeah, I think that is it. All right, there are so much more questions, like, fam, we'll have to do a part 2. This was really great. As I said, thank you so much for trusting me with your deepest, darkest secrets, like, you know what I mean? No, not really. Thank you for trusting my opinion. This has been brilliant. I always do this. If you notice, I always put Q&As on my Instagram. Oh, by the way, if you are not following me, do follow me on my social media platforms. Thank you. Instagram, Team SIC. TikTok, Team SIC. Twitter is Sic'Nis, SICNIS. And I also have an Inhale with Sic'Nis page. Oh my gosh, this will be the last question I answer. This will be the last question I answer. This was about Inhale with Sic'Nis, actually. So I think I will give you some information on that now. Sick, when is look, this person put it in all caps. Sick, when is season 2 of Inhale with Sic'Nis dropping? Okay. Inhale with Sic'Nis is coming back. It has been revamped and reformed. I'm all about growth and progression. Also, I do listen to you guys. Now, I've got supporters, diamonds. Some of my diamonds come purely from music. They just want to hear music. They just want to see music. They just want to feel music. They just want to, you know, that's one set of diamonds. I've got another set of diamonds that I found purely through travel and my energy and my networking and my whatever the case may be. So I've got those diamonds, and I've got brand new diamonds who are just discovering me from, I don't know where you discovered me from, but you discovered me, and I'm so happy that you're here. So, my musical diamonds, these are probably my longest formed diamonds, right? And these diamonds, yes, they love me doing the podcast. Yes, they love me traveling and all of that kind of stuff. Yes, they love me like doing the guest interviews and stuff. But these guys are selfish when it comes to me. These diamonds are selfish. They just want music and what's going on in Sic'Nis's lives. Sic'Nis's life, okay? So they want that, yeah. Then I got my diamonds who love the podcast. They love my self-empowerment, my self-care tips, my empowerment and my inspiration. They love that. So they love the self-development. They love that. My coaching, they love that. Yeah, and then I've got another set of diamonds who love my travel. They they want to see me live my life. So I've said all that to say that Inhale with Sickness is coming back. So Inhale with Sickness, if you've ever met me or spoken to me, we've had a one-on-one conversation, at some point I know for a fact that I've told you to breathe, and I'm always telling people to breathe, because when you breathe, you regulate your thoughts, right? So before you pop off, breathe. Before you make that snap decision, breathe. Like, and in the time it takes for you to take that breath, clarity and sense will reign free, right? So that's how Inhale with Sickness was born. That's kind of like the meaning behind Inhale with Sickness, as well as the fact that it was COVID. You know, we wanted to be able to express. I wanted to be able to just like still be creative and give other people the opportunity to just be their creative, entrepreneurial selves and take you behind the rhymes and into the person. So twofold, there we go. I have now split Inhale with Sickness and Behind the Rhymes. So Behind the Rhymes is going to be my guest interviews and everything that's to do with music, whether that's me interviewing people like I have done, that's that. That part of Inhale with Sickness grew beyond my home, because as you know, I was doing it in my home, and then obviously I've interviewed people via. Said all that to say, Inhale with Sickness, that is going to be our self-development chats, our wellness, our flipping indie musician tips, like all of that kind of stuff, coaching, yeah. Behind the Rhymes is the music, more music orientated, so guest interviews, guest performances, all of that good stuff, live shows, all of that good stuff. That is Behind the Rhymes, okay? And so that's for my podcast lovers. So we've got a theme running concurrent through the two things. It's all Inhale with Sickness, but they're gonna run parallel to each other. My travel diamonds and my diamonds who just love to see me live life, y'all are gonna have y'all section. As you can see, go to my YouTube page right now. If you go to my YouTube page right now, you'll already see it's already laid out in the way that things are gonna be flowing. So that is that. Inhale with Sickness is coming back with a bizang bro, bizang sis, bizang diamonds. So yeah, do get ready. I'm so excited. Join the text. If you text me on the number that is on screen right now, you can join our members only group chat. Yeah, so that's that. Diamonds, it's been amazing. I did not expect to have so many questions. I got so much more to get through, so I will do a part 2. However, do look out for the uploads, diamonds, because they will be coming in thick and fast, okay? Follow me on all my social media platforms. Please do like, subscribe, and comment down below. Comment if anything surprised you. Comment any questions that you want me to ask in my next Q&A. Comment who you want me to interview on the next episode, on the next season of Behind the Rhymes, and what topics you want me to discuss in Inhale with Sickness. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do suggest that you watch this video next. And until next time, it is peace, love, and sickness.